welcome to the show. We start this week's Failrace episode on GTA 5 with Madden Beck and a taco truck. I don't quite know how. We don't know how it's ended up here, but it has got itself stuck in a peculiar way. A way that it shouldn't really be because it's managing to phase itself through a wall, but you know, that's... That's fine. That's fine. It continues to try and shuffle itself out of this weird little black hole and then promptly falls over. Failrace doesn't do taco trucks, but if we did, they would probably be something like this. And now it is stuck on its side, but it's just going to stay there. So, you know, gotta love the random traffic getting itself into trouble. Now we stay with GTA 5. These curbs can cause issues for cars. These little sections, you can often get quite a lot of airtime. This particular player getting incredibly lucky. I've seen many times cars launched off of traffic at this section, especially to do with these sort of curbs in these grass areas. But this vehicle is unbelievably lucky. I don't know if you could do that one if you tried, particularly. That is, yeah, very, very well positioned to get the car through a rather small gap. Steel Guns up next on Cyberpunk, and they have spotted a little minivan thing that they want to go and steal. Okay, sure, fair enough. Why not go and drive your little vehicle? I mean, it's not the easiest of... I think you end up running over some people. You can't really get it out very cleanly from there, but they have. They have got away with their little vehicle, only to immediately carry too much speed, clonk into a wrecked car, and get it wedged. It is about the worst getaway you could ask for. It's absolutely terrible. And yeah, it is stuck. It is stuck in there, and it is not going to be going anywhere. Only up next on Forza Motorsport. Now, this is a bug that we have had during a filming session. It is a hilarious bug that... essentially, you go to start a race, as you see here, they're loading up a race. I believe this is single player, I'm not completely sure. And for whatever reasons we do not understand, the camera gets stuck. This is actually quite funny because it's a rolling start. Actually, it's got to be a single player because it's a rolling start. I didn't know this could happen in single player. Yeah, the camera, for some reason, is fixed in the pit lane. When we had it, it happened at Silverstone as well. It has happened at other tracks when we've been filming. But yeah, the camera's just stuck. You have full control of your car while it's doing this, by the way. You're just stuck with a fixed camera in the pit lane trying to guide the car around via the mini-map, which they actually managed to do not a completely terrible job, all things considered, but still amazing. Niv Racer is up next, also on Forza Motorsport. Now, when you are farting around at the Nürburgring GP circuit, there is a little bump that you can launch your car off of. It's quite funny to mess about with. Now, I've done this a few times. I've seen vehicles launched off here a few times. This Civic has managed to go in a different way. Normally, if you fall over in this game, it's to do with sideways on the grass. This one managed to bounce and front flip, which, you know, nicely done. Nicely done indeed. Ready up next on F1. They are racing around the Interlagos circuit, as you do. Fantastic circuit. When they get things a little bit wrong, it's just a bit too much throttle, a big slide, a big corner cut. However, managed to sort of get back on the circuit, pointing exactly the right way. Nicely done. It's nicely done indeed, all things considered. Two-stroke for me up next on Assetto Corsa is driving a Myers-Manx around, I don't know, some sort of rallycross style circuit, I'm not sure. Whatever it is, the landing of the jump did not go well for the buggy. Not only, well, it did break both wheels. One of them's kind of pinged back to its original place. One is still stuck at a very silly angle, but it's not gone particularly great for that one. Yeah, it doesn't quite get enough speed over the jump here to get the landing. So as it hits sort of just the top of the jump, it snaps the back of the car about. It bounces, clears the sort of crash barrier and continues bouncing along before it does come to a resi. It was quite a bouncy buggy by the time it got there. Yeah, it's a difficult landing, and the wheels are at all sorts of funny angles. ACS Gaming on Beam has got some... I mean, when you put some jet engines on a pigeon, strange things are going to happen. This one does a happy little dance, which, of all the things it could be doing, is probably not the worst. in the world initially. Trying to get jet engines to power a three-wheeled vehicle with the jet engines kind of mounted in the back is always... You're asking a lot. You're asking a lot of a pigeon to do this, and it does its happy little dance. However, when it gets a bit faster, the inevitable happens, and sure enough, once it falls over, then jet engines cause silliness, and it launches itself. Everything was going fine, and then just in a split second, it's gone and having a massive accident. We stick with Beam. Now, these folks are doing a sort of touring car style race. They've even got a safety car and everything. All very cool. However, Beam multiplayer can sometimes be a little bit laggy. And, well, yep, it lagged the safety car back behind one of the other cars and just annihilated it into the first corner. That's definitely not how they're supposed to work. That is one of the most dangerous safety cars I've ever seen. Valentine is up next on Wreckfest. They are racing at the legendary Hellride. In fact, they are leading the way at Hellride. But of course, things can go terribly wrong around here, and sure enough, they glance off a bus over the main jump, amazingly managing to land on their wheels, carry on with no damage done. I think that is... I mean, I've seen a few lucky moments at Hellride. That's right up there amongst the very luckiest. And finally, we have Wiretap on Snowrunner with also an incredibly lucky moment. Now, I know what you're expecting on Snowrunner. I know what I'm expecting on Snowrunner. This one, though, they get things wrong heading down this road. And sure enough, the truck goes for a tumble. However, not only does the truck roll back onto its wheels, it nicely collects the steel pipes, whatever it is, carrying. The amount of times you lose stuff and have to spend ages trying to reset, and that's just managed to roll perfectly back into the bed of the truck. You lucky buggers. But there we go. That is going to be it for this video. As ever, if you have clips like submit to this series, you can via a Google form. There'll be a link to it in the description. All the rules and how it works can be found on there. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.